So we are gonna go ahead and start with the Kovac runs.
Hello! Hello everyone, hello, I'm the Quake and I will run Quake 264. We are continuing the theme of id Software games and the Night Dive speedruns, because I will be running the Quake 264 campaign in the Quake 2 Enhanced port that Night Dive released 2 years ago. So we are on PC, but this is the campaign from the N64 version of the game. We will be playing on easy and we will be zooming through 19 levels. So I am going to start in 3, 2, 1, right now. Quickly skip through the little intro logo and we are off. So this is Quake 2 and that means we have the lovely bunny hop. However, there is a little quirk in this version of the game, and that is there is a built-in jump delay, which actually in the code, believe it or not, comes off at 2 times 64 milliseconds, aka 128 milliseconds, but nice symbolism there. So what that means is, while I can jump and air strafe to gain speed, I can't really chain B-hops together and generate an enormous amount of speed. So what you will see me doing is basically chain just pre-hops and then spend a little bit on the ground and then do another circle jump to get a burst of speed, and so on and so forth. And once I was yapping, I already passed through the first level and we're on to the second level. Now the way this version of the game is different from the PC one is that on the PC original they introduced this concept of hub levels. So you go around a couple of connected locations and you collect some items and complete objectives and then sort of wrap around and exit the hub and go on to the next one. But in here it's a much more classic experience where you go linearly from one level to the next. So there are still sort of objectives, but you don't really end up thinking about them. In the previous level I picked up the super shotgun, and this is going to be the bread and butter weapon, as it usually is. However, in this level we also have to collect an extremely important item for the rest of the run, and that is the backpack. There is only one backpack in the entire campaign, strangely enough, and what it does is very simple. It increases your maximum ammo capacity by 50%, which ends up being absolutely huge in terms of ammo routing, in particular the final boss fight, which requires a hefty stack of ammo to dispatch. That was a big robot, pay no attention to him. In case you are a bit confused about the enemies here, Quake 2 introduced the Stroke storyline, which are aliens, I guess, but they are sort of harvesting humans and turning them into cyborgs. It gets really creepy in Quake 4, but apparently only 5.5 people ever played Quake 4. Doesn't really get much love, but not that important, because we are going to be approaching the end of the first unit. The campaign is split into 6 units. They have varying amounts of levels per unit. The longest one is the 5th one, which has basically half of the game. But these 4 levels take up the 1 unit. Here we have the unit end screen. We can see the times. 2:43. I think that's pretty decent. On to the second unit. So now we're in some sort of space station, and you are supposed to go and press a button to turn off gravity so that you can jump past here, but with a little circle jump I can just jump the gap without turning the gravity off. And so now I am supposed to have low gravity, yet I don't. I will take this secret to take a little shortcut, as well as get the rocket launcher, and now we can start doing some real thinking with portals, I mean rockets. This is the objective for this level, collect 3... Oh, nice boost from the Berserkers. So the Berserkers, they are these guys with the large metal hand, and their AI was buffed in this remaster. They have a new lunge attack that you could see there, and it does enormous knockback, and I think they actually nerfed it already. It was even worse in the launch patch of this game. We're in the next level now, so the game gives the low gravity to us, it doesn't carry across levels. And the low gravity means that I will sometimes avoid jumping to not spend too much time in the air, but rather to be able to accelerate on the ground. Okay, this next hallway can get very cramped. Yes, exactly like that. Just barely managed to squeeze through. Grab the medkit. We are doing very well on health. That is excellent. Gotta make sure the door doesn't crush me, and this is the second unit done. Very nice, very, very nice. I will loot this secret to grab the Hyper Blaster, which is the weapon with the most DPS in the game. So I will use that to kill extremely important targets. But first, the objective for this level, basically just press some buttons, let's be honest. I will not shoot to not aggro this railgun guy. And now elevators are slow, so we take a rocket jump. Nice, thank you for moving out of the way. Still doing very nicely on health. I am so happy. Okay, not anymore. Never mind. Okay, this will be sketchy now, because I need to kill all 3 of these guys. And they are very dangerous. It's a big robot, and those other guys, they are called enforcers, and they shoot a huge volley of grenades. Very dangerous. So I took that safety health in the corners there. This level has a very big skip. I'll just kill these guys first, because they are... they very like to block you. They like to block you very much. I'll simple rocket jump to get the red key, and now I will rocket jump back up there. And the red key allows me to activate the central elevator. I'll just take the health for the future, and then we board this little shuttle and get out of here. And we go into the next unit, the 4th one already, but in terms of levels we're not quite at the half point yet. These intermissions take a long time to disappear, so on the leaderboards we don't actually time them in the time. We time this game using the in-game time. Anyway, this is the Zackside mine. The surface here is like ice, which can also generate huge amounts of speed. Ice physics is weird. There we go, that's the mine done. On N64 hardware, that level likes to lag a lot, but since we're playing on PC, on the remaster, we have smooth frame rate all the way through. Love to see it. I will take a secret, well, it's not technically secret, but it's a little hidden, that mega health, just to top off. Now this is a very suspiciously large courtyard. If you know your video games, you might guess what's coming, and it's a boss fight. But first I will loot this actually secret BFG 10,000. We are better than Doom by 1,000 of a BFG. It works almost the same. However, the BFG sucks for combat, especially against bosses. I will use the Hyper Blaster, and the BFG will be useful later. I will show you how. There we go, the boss is dead. I'll just grab a couple of rockets, or not. I do want them. Didn't even lose too much time, actually. It takes a long time for the elevator to be available. Best friend gun. I like that. Alright, fun fact about this door. If you shot the enemy there so that his corpse landed between the door, it used to crash the game. I found that. And I reported it, and they actually fixed it. So that was very nice from the devs. Alright, we do a rocket jump up here. Push the button and immediately go out. And yes, this is Unit 5. This is the longest one in the game. We are officially at the half point. How's the health? Oh, health is not good. So I will definitely grab this mega health using a cheeky rocket jump. This guy likes to block the way, and now we need to take this power core and deliver it into a socket. But first, this plane needs to die, otherwise it would block me later in a terribly mean fashion. Grab the yellow key, ask the guy politely to move aside, and now we will do the BFG jump. It's like a rocket jump, but it's better and bigger. This guy needs to die, otherwise the laser here doesn't disappear. And now I will bump the ceiling with my body to make the lift go down faster. And now I wait for the mining laser to activate. And we go into the mines. The Quake mines. Look, give me the ammo, please. Thank you. Rocket jump to speed up, skip the platform. Rocket jump up here, and now there's a lot of enemies in the way, so I will do some calculated BFG shots to hopefully get rid of them, especially the airplanes. Airplanes are very annoying. Now rocket jump past the lava gap, and we go into the prison level. So in terms of how the campaign is laid out, the N64 campaign, it sort of takes story elements from the base game as well as all the DLCs, and somehow this prison section is included in every version of the game. So it's on the PC, it's in here, it's also in the PlayStation version. It's probably important to the story. I wouldn't know. I have no idea what we're really doing here. I just go fast. Tank the laser. Ideally I would break the wall in one hit, but that's fine. Don't want to rocket jump here because my health is not high enough. And we got an excellent cycle here on the conveyor belt. These coffins, or whatever they are, they can get in your way, but that was absolutely perfect. Grab some resources, grab some more. Now this guy needs to die to drop the red key that we need to continue. Ooh, I actually squeezed through that gap. I did not really expect that. Okay, so you're supposed to activate an energy bridge here, but you can use the BFG to just barely be able to BFG jump out of that red, very sinister looking liquid. And we board the tram, and welcome to the Black Mesa transport system. Topside temperature, what is it, 76 degrees? I have no idea how freedom units work. Anyway. So we need to go through the sewer, because there's actually a invisible wall. If we try to go, for example, a rocket jump from here, it doesn't work. The devs thought of it. And when I say devs, I mean the original deaths back in 1997 and not the remaster or anything. Oop. I want to do another BFG jump here to go all the way to the top here. And now this room is extremely cramped, so we need to use another BFG shot to just get rid of everyone. Quickly get out of here. It flashes by, we are at the final level of this unit. I will do a rocket jump to skip a slow-moving platform. Another BFG shot here just to get rid of everybody. I'm a little low on energy cells, which makes me slightly concerned, but I'll make it work somehow. I'll also take the health. I shot a rocket in the corner so that I could open a closet with this wee quad damage. Now I need to kill basically all the enemies here to make that guy spawn. And I think I will loot these cells just to be clear for the final levels. Now I just need to press this button and we can go and enter the core where we find the big baddie. So 2 levels left now. Ooh, 5:18 in-game time. That is very fast. I'm happy with that. Alright, the next level, the penultimate level, is called Descent to the Core. And naturally, because it's called Descent, I will spend the level ascending a huge tower. So, 1 BFG jump here. I got blocked very nastily. Ooh. That is... Go away. Now you actually helped me with the launch attack. Little trolling by enemies. Not a big deal. Another rocket jump up here, and now we're almost at the top. So I actually have spare BFG ammo, so let me do this BFG jump that I don't usually do. Ooh, I got destroyed somewhere. It's gonna be like in the westerns when they shoot under a guy's legs to make him dance. But no issue, even with 9 health, because I can grab this very conveniently placed adrenaline pickup, which heals me back to full health. And now we just have the final boss left. So the boss in this version of the game is not the... I forgot what his name is. It's just a couple of enemies, basically. 2 robots, and then it spawns 2 flying guys. So I will use the Hyper Blaster to give the most damage per second. And I killed the guy on the right first, because then it opens the right chamber, and the chamber has more cell ammo, so that I can keep firing, whereas the left one doesn't have it. Final enemy. And then it opens a force field eventually, and there's a lift in the force field, and I will do a rocket jump in the lift to hit the exit trigger earlier, and when I hit the exit trigger the run ends, which means the run ends in 3, 2, 1. GG! And that was Quake 2 64. So it's a very fast-paced run, very short, and if you would like to try this as well, then look into the Quake 2 Enhanced leaderboard, maybe join the Discord, and yeah, thanks. That's all for me for Quake 2 64. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with the Indiana Jones games. Looking forward to those very much.